Namaste and thank you for joining me today on this yoga class. Today we're going to go through a few postures just to relax and to come back into our body. This is great to do at the end of the day when you've had a long day at work or you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling like you're restless, your mind is running all over the place. It's great to do. So for today I would suggest you to have a belt, a yoga belt or strap if you have one. Even a normal belt is okay. Um, a yoga towel, just a normal towel to protect the knees, and also, if possible, a yoga block. If you don't have these, you can always modify by bringing in cushions or other props. So let's begin first by just sort of grounding down into the space. So I would invite you to sit with your back straight, closing your eyes, taking a long deep inhale and exhaling completely, breathing in and out through your nostrils, inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. As you inhale, drawing the breath into your belly, inhaling deeply, belly expanding, exhaling completely, allowing the belly to contract. Last two breaths like this, inhaling into the belly and exhale, letting the belly contract. Keeping your eyes closed. I want you to think of an intention that you would like to bring to this class, that you would like to bring to your life in general, something that you want to work on, something that you think you can be a better version of yourself. Once you've found this intention, I want you to repeat it thrice. So repeating it in your mind's eye, so you don't have to speak it aloud, but you can just repeat it to yourself. Bringing your hand to your heart center, we are going to chant one Om, taking a long inhale for Om. You can slowly begin to open your eyes, remaining in an upright position. As you can see here, my knees are on the ground. If you cannot have your knees on the ground because your hips are tight, I would suggest to start sitting on something higher. So keep raising the elevation of your bum so that your knees go to the ground. Because if the knees are hovering in the air, this puts a lot of strain on the knees and you would feel pain in the knees over time. So we're just going to start with a seated twist, taking your left hand, placing it on your right knee, your right hand just behind you. Every inhale, lengthening your spine. Every exhale, twisting. As you twist, looking back over your shoulders. And slowly making your way back to center. Placing your right hand on the left knee, your left hand right behind you. Every inhale, lengthening your spine. Every exhale, twisting. And slowly making your way back to center. You're going to place your right hand by your right side just next to your hip, raising your left hand up to the sky, keeping the left elbow straight. You can look straight forward, and from here, if it's possible, you can start to extend the right hand so that you can bring your right elbow all the way down onto the mat. As you do this, make sure that your left butt is not lifting off the mat, so your left butt is pressing firmly down into the mat. Breathing here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming to center, placing your left hand by your side, your right hand up in the air, close to your right ear, and then once again you can begin to bring your left elbow down to the mat all the way. As you do this, make sure that your right butt is pressing down, not lifting off the mat. Long deep breaths, looking straight in front, neck neutral, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up to center. Extending both legs, so you're going to bring both legs as wide as possible to the sides. Again, you can continue to sit on a cushion, a pillow, or a block. From here, we're going to do some activation exercises to begin activating the inner thighs and the pelvic floor muscles. So bringing both hands on either side of your right thigh and bringing your right leg up into the air and making small circles with the right leg. We go for another 5 circles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching it around, opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing, placing the leg down on the mat. Some of you might find it really hard to lift the leg up. If that's the case, you can just lift up and place it down. Lift up and place it down. Switching the hands to the either side of your left thigh, bringing your left leg up. Once again, making small circles with your left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going the opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the leg. You can massage your inner hips if you need to, your inner thighs. And from here, we're going to make our way down onto our back. We're going to do some core activations just to warm up. So lying down all the way on your back. From here, I want you to start to lift the shoulders off the mat, the chest off the mat. So you're looking in between your legs, your hands up, pointing towards your legs, trying to constantly keep the core engaged, pressing your lower mid back onto the mat. And then you can lift up one leg, and if it's accessible to you, you can lift up both legs. Otherwise, you can start with one and then switch to the other and keep switching in this way. Breathing here for 3 more breaths. 2. The next exercise we're going to bring our legs up to 90 degrees. So the heels of our foot are pointing up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Placing your hands just by the side here. And from here, we're going to bring one leg, your right leg, down, just hovering slightly above the ground. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the right leg up, left leg down. Once again, left leg just hovering slightly above the ground. Both feet are flexed. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling up all the way. From here, we're going to do double leg raises. So you can place your hands underneath the butt here if you are feeling pain in your back in this way. So placing the hands underneath the butt, and then we're going to go down slowly all the way without touching. Inhale back up again, and we're going to repeat this 5 times. So going down on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up to 90. Going down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up to 90. Last 2 times. Going down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up to 90. Last time, down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up to 90. And exhale, bending the knees. You can hug, make your hands go around the knees, hugging the knees into the chest. Breathing long, deep breaths here. And from here, rolling onto your right side. And then coming up all the way onto your hands and knees. So as we come onto our hands and knees, making sure that the hips are in line with the knees and the shoulders are in line with the wrists. Every inhale, bringing the chin up, gazing towards the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest, curving the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, making your way back to neutral. And from here, you're going to untuck your toes, pushing your legs back into a downward facing dog. So from here, making sure that your fingers are spread wide. Trying to ground your heels down into the mat. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. On the next inhale, bringing your right foot in between the hands, placing the left knee down, keeping your palms down on the mat if possible, gazing up to the ceiling. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your chest up straight. Here, if you feel that your back knee, your left knee is sensitive, you can place a cushion or a towel or something underneath so that you don't put a lot of stress on that back knee. From here, bringing your left hand on your right thigh, your right hand on top of the left. Exhale, pushing the right leg forward. Keeping your hips squared, so not opening in this way, keeping your hips squared. Shoulders back, open. For the last 3 breaths. 2, and 1. Exhale, placing your hands down on either side of the right foot. Untucking the left foot toes, bringing the left foot forward. From here, you're going to hug, placing each hand on the opposite elbow and just hanging, swaying from side to side. You can have a slight micro bend in the knees. Don't try to straighten completely. From here, bringing your hands forward, trying to keep your ribs on your thighs so you can bend the knees slightly, bringing the hands forward. This is really good to strengthen the back. If it doesn't hurt your neck, you can gaze forward in between the hands. Otherwise, you can keep the head down. Breathing here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up all the way. Palms up. Exhale, hands down. Samastitihi. Interlocking the fingers, keeping the feet hip width apart. Interlocking your fingers. Inhale, reaching up, going onto your toes, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, coming back down onto your heels. Taking a long inhale. And exhale, going over to your left side. Try not to collapse the chest, keep the chest open. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhaling, moving onto your left side. Keeping the chest open. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, releasing the hands down. On the next inhale, bringing the arms up, trying to arch back slightly. Exhale, folding forward all the way. From here, keeping the feet together, you're going to hug your elbows at the back of the knees. So behind the knees, you're going to hug the elbows, bending the knees as much as you need to so that you can place your forehead on the knees. So as much as you need to, bending the knees so that you can place the forehead. Once you connect with your forehead to the knees, you can then begin to start straightening the legs. Keeping that connection of the forehead to the knees, don't lose that connection. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hands, bringing the hands forward once again. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing the hands down on either side of your feet, bringing your right leg back, placing the right knee down. Once again, you can use your towel to place the right knee. Keeping your palms firmly on the mat, looking up, gazing up to the ceiling. Breathing here for 3 breaths. 2, and 1. Bringing the hands up so you're straightening out your upper body. Placing your right hand on the left thigh, left hand on top of the right. Every exhale, pushing deeper, keeping the hips squared. Also here you want to be mindful that your left knee is over your left ankle and not going forward in front of the left ankle. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, placing the hands on either side of the left foot, untucking the right foot toes, lifting the right knee up, bringing the left leg back, coming into a plank. We're going to hold it here for 5 breaths. Keeping your thighs engaged, core engaged for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming onto your knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhaling up into Cobra. And exhaling into Downward Facing Dog. Breathing here for 4 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. On the next inhale, bringing your right knee in between the palms. Your right knee, not your right foot. Once again, you can place a cushion or a towel underneath your left knee to protect your knee. Here, try to make sure that your hips are squared and you're not opening out the left hip in this way. So you're constantly trying to push the left hip down. From here, you can either just stay upright or you can start to fold forward as much as possible, coming onto your elbows, or if you can, bringing the forehead down and coming all the way down. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds, so breathing long, deep breaths, surrendering into the pose. Every inhale, trying to lengthen your spine. Every exhale, trying to go a bit deeper. And slowly beginning to come back up, walking your hands back towards the feet. We're going to stay here, coming onto your fingertips, bringing your shoulders back. Every inhale, opening the chest. Every exhale, going back as much as you can. No need to push here. Just being mindful of where your body is at. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Placing your palms on the mat. Exhale, pushing back into Downward Facing Dog. Breathing here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. On the next inhale, bringing your left knee in between the hands. Once again, you can place your right knee on a towel or a cushion. You can either just stay upright, trying to keep the hips squared, so it doesn't matter if your left hip is off the mat. If you feel a lot of discomfort in your left hip, you can also place a block underneath your left butt. Otherwise, coming down onto your elbows or all the way, forehead on the mat, hands extended. Once again, be mindful of where you're at. Don't need to push yourself here. We'll stay here for 30 seconds. Breathing long, deep breaths. Every inhale, lengthening your spine. Every exhale, going a bit deeper. And slowly starting to walk your hands back towards your feet, coming onto the tips of your fingers. Inhale, bringing the shoulders back and reaching back into a slight back bend for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing the palms flat on the mat. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Breathing here for the last 3, 2, and 1. Placing your knees down next to the hands. Sitting back on your heels. And then slowly all the way making your way to lie down on the mat. You're lying down on your back. Keeping your belt handy. From here, lifting your left foot up into the air, placing the belt on just below the toes, so at the mound of the toes. And as much as you can, if it's whether it's here, it's here, it's here, just keeping your legs straight for now, so not bending too much. Even if you have to go all the way down here, it's all right. Keeping the legs straight. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually try and bring the leg down. So you're going to push the leg down and hold wherever you're at. Try to hold your leg in the same position with the belt. So don't allow it to go down. So pushing the leg and holding it with the belt for 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing. Drawing the leg closer to you as much as is possible. Once again, don't push, be mindful. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Last time, we're going to push the leg away from us, trying to bring it down for 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing, allowing the leg to come closer. And exhale, releasing all the way down. Giving that sort of opposite momentum or opposite force helps us to really open up the hamstrings. So once again, bringing your right foot up this time, keeping the knee straight. It can be as low or as high as is comfortable. Don't push and don't bend the knee. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Pushing against the belt with the foot for 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing the leg, drawing the foot closer to you if possible. Once again, pushing away for 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing. Last time, bringing the leg closer for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing your leg all the way down. And we're going to finish this class with a simple twist. So you're going to bring both knees to the chest and then bringing your right leg to loop around the left. So your right leg loops around the left and then you allow both feet to fall over to your left side. So both feet are falling over to the left side. Keeping your right shoulder down on the mat. You can have your left hand on your right thigh and looking over your right shoulder. Long deep breaths here. For another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back to center, unfurling your legs. Once again, bringing the legs close to the chest, bringing your left leg to loop around the right thigh and allowing both legs to fall over to the right side this time. Keeping your left shoulder down on the mat, don't allow it to lift up, keeping the left shoulder down. And you can have your right hand on the right thigh, gazing towards your left palm. For the last 4 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, uncrossing your legs, and you can lie down all the way on your back, legs straight, palms facing up to the ceiling, letting our legs fall out to the sides, coming into our final resting position, Shavasana. As you settle down into Shavasana, taking a long inhale, filling up your belly, and exhale, allowing the belly to collapse inwards. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Inhaling deeply and exhale completely. Staying within your body. Imagining your body getting heavier and heavier. Your body melting into the mat, into the floor beneath you. With every exhale, your body sinking slightly more, slightly deeper. Slowly beginning to move your fingers and toes, making any stretch that you need to, that you feel like at this moment. Maybe bringing your hands overhead, pointing the toes, hugging yourself, placing the hands on the opposite shoulders, keeping your eyes closed here. And whenever you're ready, bending your knees. And rolling over to your right side. Pressing into your left palm, coming back up to seated. Keeping the eyes closed. I want you to think of one thing that you're grateful for today. Giving thanks for whatever it is. Bringing your hands to heart center, we'll finish the class by chanting 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Shanti for peace. Taking a long inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free to subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for many more. Namaste.